Hello, my lovelies. Let's get a your side, their side, and a truth. Let's see what's maybe going on in your situation. All right. So there's something or someone that you need to walk away from. That could definitely be something that you're trying to focus on, is some endings. If you've exhausted all of your options and things still aren't fixed and there's not really anything to salvage, then that means that it's time to finally cut your losses, let go, and move on. That there's nothing else that can be done, especially in a love relationship. You will get some sort of truth or clarity. You're going to be able to see the light, make a clear decision, and so that you won't be confused anymore, you're going to get your breakthrough. I do feel like there is somebody who wants marriage. This could also be a marriage that isn't working and something needs to end and you get the clarity. But typically I see the Hierophant as you're ascending. You're learning life's hard lessons so that you're able to see that this isn't working for you, if that's the case, getting the clarity that you need so that you can actually make strides to go into a new direction. And that might be how you ascend out of this situation. There's been a lot of conflict, a lot of fighting, a lot of arguments, and so it may be time to finally throw in the towel. Yeah, your guard is super high. So I feel like you either don't trust this person, that there could have been some sort of deceit or some lies that were told, and so that has your guard up super high. It could also be things from the past that maybe you don't trust people very easily, so you're going to need to work on learning to trust, but your walls are super high at this time. So I feel like that creates a lot of conflict. What is your side of this situation? All right, that you have some good news coming in. So there's going to be a reason to celebrate. Maybe it's this ending that you're celebrating. I remember years ago when I got divorced, I had like a little party to celebrate that I was finally free of the toxicity I was dealing with. You could be dealing with people who are liars, cheaters, thieves, and manipulators. Don't worry, it's going to be revealed. You're going to see the truth for what it is so you can make a clear decision. But you might need some teamwork to make the dream work going forward. So know that going into this, you might need some assistance from others. You also are trying to get out of the conflict and the chaos, so leaving that and going into something that's more peaceful, more suited for you. You might actually be moving, traveling, or leaving a situation, so it's time to stick up for what it is that you need, what you want, and you need some clear-cut boundaries. All right, what is their side of the situation? What do we need to know? That they might be struggling financially, so that might be an obstacle that they're currently dealing with, hoarding resources out of a fear mentality. I feel like they're also facing karma, that they also might be going through some sort of court issue, some sort of legal issue, but that they're facing karma from the divine and that there's nothing that can really be done. If there was some sort of deception, it is being found out, whether it's by you or by other people, and that honesty is always going to be the best policy. I do feel like work might be taking up an extremely large amount of their time at this point, and so that might be something that they're unable to get out of. That might be where teamwork is involved, but they're also trying to listen to their intuition and listen to source, and where that is guiding them might be either to you or away from you. It really depends on the situation. There is some sort of decision that needs to be made about love, that there is some sort of choice that has to be made in order to get to the next level. So whether this is going towards a commitment or walking away from one. Let's see what our outcome actually is. What is the truth of the situation? What do we need to know? All right, slow and steady is going to win the race. I feel like you're working on building your solid, stable finances. This could be like a business decision. Maybe it's work and business that you're trying to decide, but it is going to require hard work and effort on your part in order to go forward. It does look like things start to work out. So whether you're leaving something that isn't working or going towards something new, I do think that good luck will be on your side, and that there could be more money coming in for whichever side of this you resonate with, your side or their side, and that you might be taking some sort of trip after completing a cycle. Again, I said you could be moving or traveling as well. All right, so we have the King and Queen of Pentacles telling me that this could have been a love relationship. Maybe it was very balanced once upon a time, and maybe things aren't as balanced now, and maybe both of you are trying to go in a new direction or start something new, especially when it's like your professional life or business life. There's something that needs rest. It's probably you, that you need to either give something a rest because you're burnout or exhausted, or that you might be recovering from things like injury, illness, or surgery, and that your body needs that time to recuperate. So stand up for yourself. This might also be where you need some boundaries if you're exhausted and you need some time time. Let people know that it's okay to take a break and rest. You don't have to be a workaholic. Speaking from personal experience, burnout is something that you do not want. You need to be taking a step in a new direction, trying new things, and I feel like that'll bring you a lot of happiness after a lot of betrayal, setbacks, backstabbing, and things that really were not great endings. The change is coming. It's inevitable. There's nothing you can do to get away from the things that need to change. It has to change. The tower comes to really level the playing field, to clear a path so that new things can come in, because if we don't clear out what doesn't work, our new blessings cannot come in. All right, so we might be cutting something off, leaving it out in the cold, or we're struggling financially. It's time for some tough love. You might have closed off your heart to this person. Again, you were very guarded, so I do think that that could be due to toxicity, due to addictions, due to things like codependency, or things that leave you feeling like you're stuck, trapped, or bound. So we want to work good with Source in order to finally go forward in a new direction. I think there can be improvements, but it's like you have to see the truth for what it is, see the writing on the wall, read the room, figure out what it is that the truth really is so you can make a wise decision going forward. But it does look like there is a victory possible after a very long fought battle. So go towards a new direction, let go of any sort of toxicity that's in your life or the things that don't work so you can actually go towards where you're meant to be and where things are more prosperous and more feasible for you, things that work out in a better way. I do think that this victory is something that comes in quickly, and I think it's something that may shock you as well. Could also potentially lead to things like fame or fortune and being cast in the spotlight for some reason or another, or that people start to finally see what your worth actually is when you let go of the toxic cycles and the people that could be around you. That's what I have for your reading today. Hope it helps. Have a great rest of your day.